Isn't it amazing, the contrast between the dark clouds of the last couple of days and this colour. We live in a marvellous world, and wonderful things happen, and we have to learn to live better with each other. One of our volunteers out bright and early for the early taste of morning, for prayer. I see somebody walking in this direction very quickly, one of our residents at the moment, and he's in a hurry to catch this light, I'm sure. If I had it on also 5 minutes earlier, I'd even have been happier. We're still before sunrise. It's amazing what clouds do, because without the clouds here, we couldn't have this light. And we probably aren't aware of all the beauty God is forming in the midst of all the clouds and suffering in humanity. So many people respond to that very well. In a certain sense, that's a way to see the two readings today. And the line of the psalm, "The Lord stands by me," is so true. See the green there's coming back in Mount Arbel. It's not the right time to walk over there now because it's kind of wet, and to get there we'll cake up our shoes a little bit, and I don't think you have the right shoes on this morning, so we won't head over there. So there's the sun coming now. Boker Tov. The Lord stands by me. And that's so true today of the two characters we have. This elderly man, Eliezer. In fact, his name means that. Let's go and look there a second. I just want to make sure I have it right for you. Eliezer. Eleazar. Eliezer. And that actually is the name that you know very well. Lazarus. The rich man and Lazarus, remember? And Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. And the El is God, and Azor is help. God is my help. God stands by me. God stands by me. Boker Tov. And it's not just his name, it's his reality. But the name is the game as well. Then we have Zacchaeus. And Zacchaeus comes under pressure too. He comes under pressure from the people. First of all, he's small of stature, so he climbs a tree to see Jesus passing by him. There's a famous sycamore in Jericho, and the tourists pass by there. There's no way the sycamore is 2,000 years old, but it's to remember that event. It's a very old sycamore. Who knows how old it is? And he climbs up. So he's at a disadvantage. But it's interesting how disadvantage to our eyes can become part of our path to intimacy with God. And you could say that's true of Eliezer as well, who's being persecuted and will be tortured by the political powers that be. And yet his virtue shines and grows. There's also an inside and an outside test here of social pressures. So the people cry out and say, this can't be right. This sinner guy is going to have Jesus in his house. There's something wrong here. That's pressure. When people protest, it's pressure. So how do you react to protest and pressure? Well, Zacchaeus definitely wants to relieve Jesus of the burden. The burden is his. Jesus is being accused of going to a sinner's house, so the accusations against Jesus. But Zacchaeus can lift that burden, and Zacchaeus converts. So that pressure, social pressure, which is it's very untasty, very, very, very mean, very low, very hurtful. And that pressure, nevertheless, brings about this great turnaround in the heart of Zacchaeus. He lets that social pressure transform him. And he changes his lifestyle. He reacts completely differently than he probably was anticipating the day before. And he gives away, first of all, he restores to those who have been wronged by him fourfold. And he gives half of his possessions to the poor. So now, the fruitfulness of Jesus walking along with the sinner is evidenced. You see, we're not just a private deal in our piety and in our moral life and in our religious life. We're all connected, with or without protests. Whatever we do in the secrecy of our lives is a blessing for everybody. For everybody. We're all connected. And I think one of the painful realizations of that is when there's a major tragedy like we've seen in each war that's raging at this time. We're all connected, we're all saddened. And we'd be very foolish if we were picking up stones and condemning all the evil ones. That doesn't make us any better. That doesn't make us one bit better to be condemning others, to be gathering stones to throw at them. It doesn't matter which side you throw stones at. It doesn't make us one bit better. Might make us feel better. Oh, these are horrible people. If they were only like me. We're deeply personal, interior, and we're at the same time powerfully social beings. So every good little deed that you do in your heart that nobody sees makes a big difference. You know a time when you can have a terrible tummy ache and maybe a bit of fever in your muscles? People look at you, they have no idea. But that's totally hidden to their eyes, but you're completely affected by it. So many things which are completely hidden to our eyes in other people's lives, there can be oops, sorry, that wasn't my intention. I was just trying to focus the screen. So many people around us could be extraordinary saints. We have no idea. We have no idea. We're ready to judge. We've no idea what they're going through. We've no idea what tummy aches people have, what psychological issues they have, what problems they have. No idea. Absolutely no idea. We've no idea the graces and the challenges that they're going through. Who can tell what another person is really going through? Sometimes people express a lot what they're going through. A lot of people don't. And a lot of people who express stuff might be expressing it, but actually they're putting on a face. They're expressing an emotion and a feeling that might be quite at variance with what they're really going through. I'm coming over in this direction for a particular reason, and I'm looking for something that I can't see. But that's life. Maybe it moved, maybe it changed. But I heard that there was little mushrooms growing here that I should show you, and I can't see them here in the ground. A couple of people mentioned it to me, but that's okay. Another day, another season. And I know they were here on this side of Ducanaltum. And then the whole story of Eliezer, they try to make him look good, but really be giving bad example. Imagine they're saying, okay, you bring meat of your own choosing. You guys got to read the text, okay? You bring meat of your own choosing. Oh, I found it. Really tiny little guys. But they were all round and closed yesterday, and today they're... Mushrooms don't last very long in their prime. I'm not sure you'd call them mushrooms, or just fungi. Fungi in Italian. But they were lovely yesterday, the picture I saw. And say, so he couldn't eat pork as a Jewish person. And then they say, well, you bring meat of your own choosing and just pretend. Can you pretend and not cause scandal? Can you pretend to go along with evil and not cause scandal? The authentic person is from the depths of their being to all their social expressions. It's not possible to pretend. And maybe that's one of the weaknesses, the dry rot. You know, a tree could look very good. And I don't have too many doubts about this olive tree here. But and the inside, it could be all filled with dry rot, and not even a big storm, a small storm can come and it will collapse. And maybe that's a lot of the situation of our Western society. A lot of dry rot, a lot of how would you say, fake impression. But then I would say we shouldn't be too negative, in the sense that I'm sure there's a lot of holiness God is raising up. A lot of holiness. And these readings help us. The Lord stands by me. Even if your name isn't Lazarus, you can be sure the Lord stands by you. Those expressions are very interesting. We have oftentimes in prayer, the Lord be with you, and also with you. And we say to people when they're traveling, God be with you. Even if I walk through a dark valley, I fear no evil, because the Lord is with me. And then we have that beautiful name, Emmanuel. With us is God. God is with us. There's a lot there for today, people. God bless you. See you later, alligators. Enjoy the blessings of this day, wherever you are, whatever time of day or night it is. The Lord is with you, and you are with him. And he's coming to have a meal in your house like Zacchaeus. Enjoy those moments, those blessings. He is always with us. See you later, alligators. What happened here? There we go. God bless you.